Hey y'all, welcome to Clarity Tarot. Today's topic is going to be advice for you. This could be applied for any situation, but what I had in mind is, those moments in life where you're like, really, am I picking up that bad habit again? Or am I reaching out to that toxic person? Or am I showing up that same way I don't like, where I become a 5-year-old in front of my parents or whatever? I might title this the your own worst enemy reading and like support from spirit and how not to fall into those traps for ourselves and maybe some encouragement about what we are doing right. Yeah, this will be a reading about advice for how not to fall into that pattern and encouragement on what you're already doing great at. So we have 4 piles. Setting deadlines with the throat chakra stone, solving problems with the sacral chakra stone, waiting patiently with the heart chakra, and allowing things to happen with the crown chakra. And these are going to be our advice cards, which are from the Language of Letting Go Oracle deck. And check the timestamps in the description box for your reading, and I will see you there. Hey, pile 1, if you picked setting deadlines and the throat chakra, here we go. Let's see what you've got. We have setting deadlines, 7 of Wands, King of Cups, 4 of Wands. I don't think I'm going to take reversals today, but I'll remember that. And Death. Let's see how everything will fit here. I think you're in a situation in your life where you're finding it hard to change. I think this has to do with openness in relationships. Maybe being a part of a community is something you've always wanted, but now that you're in one, you're finding it difficult to really connect and feel settled and at home. So maybe you're on the independent side, pile 1. This could also be, if it's not community, it could be a particular person. This could be a new romance, someone who's really stirred your heart, and you're having trouble feeling and communicating what your hesitation is. And it's actually pretty simple. The cards are saying that it's change, fear of change, fear of being truly known, loved, accepted. And there's a real chance of that with this person or in this community. And that is scary. If there's anything scarier than that, I don't know what it is. To have someone actually love you. I think people don't talk about this enough. Because we all have our dreams of what it would like to have the perfect romance, the perfect friendship, the perfect family. But when things are actually going really right and there's no problem to solve, that's scary. It's like you have to truly settle in, you have to open up, you have to lower your guard down, which you put up for good reason, and you have to really let that love and positivity flow. With the throat chakra card here, there's something you're not saying that's important for you to express. I'm just going to pull a clarifier on exactly what that might be. So what isn't pile 1 saying that they might need to say? We have 4 of Wands again. This is that you need more time. There's something about pacing in this group. So here's like a simple example. This might not apply to you, but it's just, to illustrate the point. Maybe you're engaged to someone and you're moving towards getting married, and that person wants to get married in 3 months. But maybe that 3-month deadline really makes you anxious. What you'd need to say is, I don't think I'm ready for that for a year. I think I need that amount of time to feel like it's really time for me. So it doesn't have to be a wedding. It could be a job transition. It could be a move. This could be transition into a different role at work. This could be opening up and going deeper. It could be getting intimate with a new romantic partner. There's so many examples. It could go on and on. But whatever the case, the throat chakra is about this deadline that needs to be renegotiated in your favor. Pile 1, does it make sense? So the next question for your reading is, what in this situation are you already doing really right that Spirit wants to congratulate you about? What is pile 1 already doing really right? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Whoa. Hanged Man in reverse. Four of Cups, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Well in reverse. Well, you know that you've got a lot of, I was going to say crazy feelings coming up, but are feelings ever crazy? There's always a reason. I think there have been some things that you've been feeling, pile 1, that make you feel a little bit unstable. You are not unstable, okay? Let me be here to tell you that I feel the energy of when people truly are unstable, and that is not you. You are just in a new phase in your life or in this relationship or in this work situation, and you just need some transition time because of the flood of emotions and anxieties that are going through your system. And what you're doing really well is that you're riding the wave. You're giving yourself time to notice and feel it all. You're not forcing yourself to be at a certain level of perfection. This actually reminds me of an example coming up for me in my own life. So I recently moved to Greenville, South Carolina from Los Angeles, which is just a different world in like every cultural way possible. Other than, I mean, same language and same country, obviously, but I have a list a mile long of all the ways that I want to get the house together, that I want to get our community connections together, new friends, new activities, my list of favorite restaurants and hikes and all that kind of thing. And it's just not going as fast as I want. And I really have to force myself to slow down, to not work on my life 18 hours a day, to like maybe do 8 or 10 and then put it aside. And that's just me. I can get really intense and overdo it and then burn out, and then I'm angry, and then I'm really emotionally destabilized. So the thing that you're doing well is, I think, the same energy that I've been in of saying, okay, I did what I could today, I went as far as I could today, and I'll take the next step tomorrow. So if this is opening up emotionally to a new partner, maybe you tell them one secret that you haven't ever shared with anybody. And then you give yourself some time before you share with them the next secret. You don't, go out with them one night and tell them your whole life story and everything that makes you feel vulnerable at once. So the pacing, you know what the right pacing is for you, pile 1, and you've been doing it exactly right. So it's just about communicating that with your person. So let's read your advice to close your reading. Today I'll consider whether a deadline might be helpful in some area of my life. I claim divine wisdom and guidance in setting appropriate deadlines for resolving any issue that might be lingering in my life. Thank you, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you next time. Hey, pile 2, if you picked the Sacral Chakra Stone with solving problems, this will be your reading. Let's see what you got. Thanks for being here. We have 5 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and 6 of Cups in reverse. I'm going to leave that reversed. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to actually pull a clarifier on this Queen of Wands. Trying to figure out if this is you or somebody else. I have a feeling that this is about some kind of love or dating scenario. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Cups. So there's a person that you are wanting to come back into your life. I'm getting this is probably romantic for most of you. It could also be, a friend or some other situation. But for most of you, this will be a love interest. And you've been fighting really hard to try to get them to see your value, what a beautiful relationship this is, what you can create together, all the beautiful possibilities. And this person is just not reciprocating what you're putting out there. And so your frustration is mounting, and I think your sacral chakra is also kind of screaming at you. It's like, I want to create something. And this could be as like basic and biological as like, I want to have babies, or I want to do this art project. I just want to start this business. I just want to get things off the ground. I just want to write my magnum opus, whatever it is. There's something that you're just wanting to get moving, and there's somebody that is in your way. So for those of you where this isn't romantic, it's some kind of creative project that's very important to you, and you're having to collaborate with others in a way where it feels like they're slowing you down and kind of cramping your style. So this is inhibiting your creativity, your sacral chakra, and creating lots of frustration for you. So, what's the advice for pile 2 in this situation? Two of Wands, High Priestess. Get more tarot readings. I'm just kidding. I kind of think that sometimes with the High Priestess there. Two of Wands plus the High Priestess, and we have 10 of Wands on the back. I think what you're being advised to do is think about the long term and how this is going to evolve over time. What do you need to be able to get this off the ground? What do you need to... I actually wonder if... I think for some of you, not for everybody, but for some of you, like the other party, the other person involved in this scenario might be in pile 1. So basically they're like putting on the brakes because they're not comfortable with the pacing, and you're also not comfortable with the pacing because you want to speed things up and want to have them go faster. So you're encouraged here to look at the long term, look at what you want to create over time, and what are the practical steps that will be needed to do that, and then take on that burden of being the project or program manager for whatever this is that you want to create. So let's ask next, what are you doing really right in this situation? We have the well just flying out here. Temperance. Two of Swords. The well. Well, you're very well aware of... See what I did there? Oh, nerd alert. You're very aware of what thoughts and feelings and triggering this is bringing up for you, and you're dealing with it appropriately in the places where you need to. You know that things are out of balance in this situation. You're of two minds of how to solve it. And so you're looking for solutions. You're trying to figure out, okay, obviously this isn't flowing naturally, so something needs to change, and that thing that needs to change might be me. So Spirit's wanting to come through and really applaud you for being very mature in how you're looking at the situation and dealing with your own triggers and reactivity. And this long-term planning is really going to help you get where you need to go. So if you can do that with the other party, great. If you can sit down and be like, look, I want to have a baby, for example, and that's how I feel, but how do you feel? And really being patient and allowing that person to share their point of view. That's great. If you don't have the option of, for whatever reason, of planning and collaborating with that other person, then it's certainly a thought exercise you can do with yourself or with a friend, a coach, a therapist, any person, a spiritual director, any person you might consider. Anything else on what pile 2 is doing right? the Four of Wands. You are offering community, connection, belonging to this other person or party. You're trying to include them in what's happening, and it's up for them to up to them to decide whether they want to belong or not. An organization I know and love says, you know, it's up to you to know that you belong, and thank you for knowing you belong when you do things that like build into the fabric of the community. So let's read your advice, pile 2. Solving problems. Today I will face any problems that are mine and work to seek solutions. I realize that there are always challenges in life, but I know I have the ability to solve them and grow stronger in the process. Thanks for going by, pile 2. I hope this helped you. Please leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I will see you at the next reading. Hey, pile 3, if you picked the heart chakra and waiting patiently, let's see what you've got here. We have waiting patiently, Justice, and the Chariot. Ooh, major arcana. Whew. Are you waiting for some positive karma to come through your way? This almost like reminds me, I know Justice is sometimes like associated with a court case. This is really making me think of just like waiting for your settlement, waiting for the final judgment, waiting for everything to be settled up, waiting for the house to sell and getting the check, waiting for your final tax refund. I was like, what's that word? Refund. Whatever it is that you're waiting for, it's on its way to you with the Chariot, and in a balanced and positive way. Like nothing is going to get in the way of this. So whatever it is that you're here asking about. The other example that's coming into my mind now is like health and wellness and weight management, exercise. There have been many times in my life where I start eating the way I know my body needs, I exercise the way I know my body likes, I get more sunshine, I work less, I eat lots of fruits and vegetables. And after 2 weeks, I'm like, why has my body not transformed? Why have my headaches not gone away? Why is my eyesight not sharper? Why hasn't everything fixed itself? And I get really frustrated. And it kind of reminds me of something like this, like, it's impossible for the results not to come. As long as you continue on your current trajectory, you're doing great. And actually, the second part of this reading is, what are you already doing well? And you're doing so well that that's already coming through in this first part of the reading. But let me ask that again and see if there's anything else Spirit wants you to know. So what is pile 3 already doing really well? We have 5 of Swords and Queen of Swords. Ooh. With the Lovers in reverse. There's some situation here where you're not fixing it. You're letting the other person pull their weight. You're saying, this is what's fair, this is what's just, this is what I deserve. And then you're just standing in that. You're not negotiating away your power. You're saying, look, like, I went into this business deal with you. We said 50-50. I want 50% of my proceeds. No, I won't take 45. We decided on 50. This could even be like, you know, you selling a property or even selling things on Craigslist or Let Go or wherever people, Facebook Marketplace, wherever people sell things these days. Being firm on your price. But this is also being firm in your boundaries and letting the chips fall. And I think this 5 of Swords energy is something that you're kind of uncomfortable with. So like 5 of Swords is not like the most positive card. It's about my way or the highway. Like this will be done how I say it'll be done. I'm going to win at all costs. I don't care who I have to hurt. I don't care what corners I have to take. But if you're a person that's struggled with boundaries in the past, like this is a really healthy and balancing energy. It can be uncomfortable, but what you're doing really well, Spirit's wanting to let you know, is that you're allowing yourself to feel uncomfortable, but staying there anyway. So that's really awesome, pile 3. You're killing it. Anything else, Spirit, that pile 3 needs to know? Your reading is going to be a bit shorter than the others. I think it's just so straightforward. Ten of Wands. Like, you've worked really long and hard for this, and it's almost over. You're almost at the end. And we have Two of Wands behind that, which for me is about like future planning, but also just seeing like what's right around the corner. Yeah. And the other thing that Spirit's wanting me to mention is if you came to this reading with a yes or no question in your mind, the answer is yes. So let's read your advice and close the reading, pile 3. Today, I will wait patiently if waiting is the action that I need to take in order to take care of myself. I know I'm taking positive, forceful action by waiting until the time is right. God, help me let go of my fear, urgency, and panic. Help me learn the art of waiting. Love it. Okay, pile 3, I hope that resonated and that was a helpful reading for you. Please leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Hey, pile 4, if you picked the crown chakra stone and allowing things to happen, this will be your reading. Let's see what cards you have. Thanks for being here. We have the Two of Cups and the Emperor. They're both wanting to come up reversed. I'm just going to put them here for now. I'm getting the sense that you're in a very difficult relationship with someone who's being a bit pig-headed is the word that I'm hearing. This could be a boss, it could be a parent, it could be a child, it could be a romantic interest. Whoever this person is, even though they feel themselves in partnership with you. They feel the other side of this Two of Cups, but they're not contributing harmony the way that you would like, and it's not a very smooth partnership. I've never noticed this before in this deck, but do you see with the Two of Cups how there's one that's light and one that's dark? I think this other person represents the kind of the dark side of the partnership. Maybe they're more comfortable being selfish, dictatorial. The ends justify the means. The Emperor in reverse is not a nice guy. He's I'm just saying he because of the old Gramps on the card here with the beard, but this could be any gendered person. It's just energy. Emperor in reverse is not the person that you want having any power over you whatsoever, because they will abuse that power. It's kind of impossible for them not to. I'm also noticing the rams here, so I'm wondering if this person could be an Aries or a Leo with the lion here. That just might be some extra confirmation for some of you. I'm really drawn to this orb that the Emperor has in their hand. Does this somehow have to do with baseball for one of you? If there's one of you where this has some connection to baseball whatsoever, like maybe there's somebody that you really love, but you have different teams, and the way that they're a fan for their team is like super obnoxious and actually deteriorates the relationship, and it's a baseball game or whatever sport it is. If that resonates for someone, please let me know, because that is just like a very random example. But the problem is, so here's the problem that's coming in that you need advice on. It's like this person is so unreasonable that you always end up having to be the reasonable one, and that's exhausting, pile 4. It's not fair to you, and nobody wants to be in that situation where they're always being the one who's like acquiescing and making everything okay for the other person. So you're really struggling with, I think, holding your ground against this much more dominant, aggressive, and negative influence. Even though this person loves you and sees you as in partnership, but maybe they have certain demands that you don't agree with. This reminds me of someone in my family who has what I would consider very unreasonable expectations that everyone think like they do and kind of fall in line according to their set of values. But that's their worldview, that there is one right way in life and everyone has to do things that way. So it's like, to have a relationship with that person, you either just kind of go with what they think, or you only share activities, I guess, that would in no way relate to that set of values, which is also kind of exhausting. Okay, so so what spirit would you tell pile 4 about what should happen here? What advice do you have for them? And sorry for any background noise. Let's see. We have the Hierophant and the Tower. Ooh. With the 4 of Pentacles on the back. And I'm noticing also that we have Crown Chakra and allowing things to happen as your advice card. Don't protect this person from the consequences of their own actions. So one of my favorite phrases in life is natural consequence. So like, if you lied to me, that is going to deteriorate the trust in our relationship. Like, it's not my job to protect you from that. If you're the one that was deceitful, then it's your job to fix that. And I can be compassionate and maybe support you as you're trying to repair the relationship, but it's actually not my problem. It's not my job. Now, I can say that, but I routinely give too much and I'm too understanding of other people. And so maybe you're a similar person here. With the Hierophant plus the Tower, I also want to mention that you have 3 major arcana here, which is very strong reading. Major arcana basically just means that it's like there was no other way for this to go. The place where you're at right now in this situation, there was no other way for it to end. Like, it had to kind of go this way. What I'm also noticing, so my partner just came in the back door and left through the front door. You might have heard the 2 chimes in the background. So I'm thinking that might resonate for some of you. Like, this person came and then they went. And what else could happen because they didn't do what they needed to build a solid foundation for the relationship, or in the work situation, like this employee started and they didn't finish because what else could happen? They didn't do their job right, whatever. It could be so many different scenarios. But so the advice for you is not to protect this person from the result of their bad behavior, basically. If it affects you negatively, act like it affects you negatively. Let them know that. And see the spiritual purpose in it all. You don't love this person well by protecting them, because this behavior, however they're acting, is going to negatively impact every person in their life, every relationship they have. So you actually show them love and support better by allowing that tower to fall. So our next question is, what are you already doing, pile 4, that Spirit wants to congratulate you about? Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful. You've been going slowly in this situation. You've let your heart shine. I mean, I just am always in this deck drawn to how almost like her hair even looks loving somehow. Is it possible for hair to be loving? But it's like wavy and flowing and romantic, and it's like it's saying, come, run your fingers through me. Lay your head on my shoulder. Everything's okay. I have water here for you. Let it nurture us together. You've been so supportive to this person. I'm getting for some of you, this is a child. And yeah, you've been so supportive, and now is the moment for the tough love that you don't you don't want to see happen because you know that it's going to be hurtful and hard for this person, and they might not understand until many years later. That's really tough, pile 4. I really feel for you. But again, with the crown chakra, like you see, you know the spiritual purpose. You just don't want to do what needs to be done, and I get it. We've all been there. So let's read your advice to close the reading. We have allowing things to happen. Today I will let things happen without worrying about the significance of each event. I will trust that this will bring about my growth faster than running around with a microscope. I will have faith that my lessons will reveal themselves in their own time. Thank you, Pile 4. That was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated for you. Leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.